Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to teach you how to make a Cheshire Cat, and all the materials will be linked in the description box below. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your light gray polymer clay and you want to roll it into a ball and flatten it into an oval shape. You can dome it slightly so it'll give the more of a face look. And then you want to roll 2 balls of gray polymer clay and you want to shape it into like a cat ear. So that's what I'm doing right now, and you want to do it for both ears. You want to take your blade and you want to cut off the rounded part of the ear for both ears. And then what you want to do is you want to take it and flatten it out slightly or shape it how you want, and then you want to put it on your cat head, or yeah. So you want to take your dotting tool and you want to carve out the eye sockets. You don't have to use a dotting tool, but you can use like the back end of a paintbrush or like a toothpick, but I have these so I'm going to use them. And then what you want to do is you want to roll out a snake of gray polymer clay like I am doing right now. And then what you want to do is you want to cut it you want to cut it in half, and you want to cut it in half again or in fourths depending how big your eyes are. And I'm just cutting it so it's perfect, and then I'm just rolling it out a bit more so it's a good shape. And then what you want to do is you want to attach this around the eye socket and you want to blend it out. I did this for both eyes, and I did it top and bottom. After that, you want to take your glow-in-the-dark clay or translucent clay, and you want to roll out 2 small balls, because when we flatten them, they will become bigger. So right now I'm flattening them out into this sort of domed shape because an eye is domed. I don't really know how to explain it. But when I'm doing this, just look at a reference picture. And then you want to take some black polymer clay, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better, but you want to roll it out into a thin snake like you're going to be making a smile, but we're going to make the pupils for our cat. Now after that, you just want to indent a small indent on the center of the glow-in-the-dark pieces that we made for the eyes. So you just want to indent it for the pupil. And it's not coming off my finger. Anyways, after that, you want to take your blade and you just want to cut little pieces of the black, because we're going to be making the pupil, and then I'm just going to cut this in, looks like thirds, and you just want to roll them into tiny balls, and then you can use your dotting tool and press them into the eye. And repeat this for both eyes. So you want to take your 2 eyes that you created and you want to put them inside of the sockets or like the indents you made for the eyes, and then you just want to press them in there. I'm using my dotting tool to make sure it goes in correctly. And I'm also pressing the center of the eye so it gives it more of a pupil look. Next, what you want to do is you want to take your dark gray clay and you want to roll it into a small ball, and you're kind of doing the similar thing for the ears, but you're shaping it smaller because it's going to be his nose. So I'm just shaping it into like a rounded triangle, sort of speak. And I'm using I'm making like a triangle shape with my fingers, if you can see there. And then I'm going to be putting it on like the center of where his eyes are, obviously. And then I just indented it. I'm not the best at explaining things, but I'm just indenting for like the nostrils. And then I'm actually rolling the piece for like his under eye because I forgot to do that because I was placing the eye to see how it would look. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's sped up because this was kind of boring to watch since you've seen it before. And I'm just kind of texturing it / blending it in. And I'm doing that for the same eye, and I don't know why it's so blurry because my big hand is in the way. But yeah, you just want to texture it on. It kind of got like a dotted effect, which is okay. See, I'm kind of smoothing it out. But yeah. So then I'm taking a larger ball tool and I'm smoothing it out and making furry textures. So it's like fur, you know? So it looks more realistic. Then I took my leftover clay from doing the pupils and I'm cutting it into a long, it's the smile, so I did it really long because he has a wide grin. And I'm just placing it on his face and I'm shaping it and making sure it's all correct with my dotting tool. And then you want to bake it. And after baking, you want to take your black paint and some water and you just want to mix that together. I didn't show the watering part, but then you want to take your paintbrush and I'm just trying to get like the right amount without overpowering it, and then you just want to paint it on the gray parts. Try to avoid the eyes and the nose and stuff. So yeah, that's what I did because it's supposed to enhance the fur more so it looks more realistic. And I'm just dabbing it to make sure there's no globs of paint or pools of paint on his face. And then you just want to let it dry. After you paint everything on, I ended up putting like some turquoise streaks on the top of his head, like where I'm painting right now, so it looks more like him. But I did that off camera. And then you want to take your glaze, which I got it transferred into a different container so I didn't have to keep opening the the tin, and then I just glazed it to keep the paint and stuff in. And if you don't paint it, like if you use like a darker color of clay, then you don't really need to glaze it if you don't want to. So yep. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I ended up forgetting to put the eye pin in, so I might turn it into a magnet. So yeah, you can watch my previous tutorials here, or some tutorials you might be interested in, and you can press that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.